It is like 1,000 degrees in the plane. They just announced that we're actually going to be sitting here for another hour at least.
Hello and good morning, everyone.
Oh boy, you guys, good morning. It's time to pack up, head out. We are saying goodbye to Florida, goodbye to Disney World. I felt like, as we've talked about this multiple times, we did the maybe slightly too long of a trip, but the almost nearly perfect length of trip.
It was pretty good. I feel like for this being like our big trip back into the game, it was kind of a big one.
I feel like we did a pretty good job. I think everything went well. I think about like halfway through yesterday, we were like, okay, we could be done.
We could be done. I think we were rideted out, which I didn't even know that is possible.
I think that we're ready to be back home, back into the routine. Mom's excited, she said, to just cook some regular meals.
Been seeing people on Instagram like cooking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to try that recipe. We haven't had a home cooked meal in over a week.
We are packing up our bags, you guys. Our flight is not for a while, so we scored some awesome lunch reservations at the restaurant in our hotel just downstairs. Everyone told us to try out Ale and Compass. Well, we finally get to it. It's been very hard to get into, but on our last day, that's where we're going to be eating. But first, gotta pack up, get these bags ready. We're finding, but we're leaving with somehow a lot more than we came with, so needing some extra baggage space as we pack up here.
Yeah.
We think we may have been able to get everything that we're taking home into the suitcases that we have until Mom just said, I think it might be getting heavy. I forgot, it's not how much you can stuff in here. It's a matter of weight. You can only get to 50 pounds per bag. So if each side's 25, we should be good. How are you feeling?
I feel like it's gonna be too heavy.
Billy, Mindy, I don't know what would make you say that. Maybe because it already got the heavy tag. It's official. We are grabbing our bags. We're heading downstairs. We are supposed to check out actually right this very second. And then we have lunch, breakfast, brunchish reservations downstairs at the Ale and Compass. That's what we're gonna eat right now. Then the Disney Magical Express will be picking us just after our brunch finishes and whisk us off to the airport as we head home. So the perfect finish as we check out right now. Grab some food downstairs before we officially head home. Okay guys, we're taking this balloon down with us to give to somebody. Somebody gave it to us at the pool on their last day as they were headed to the airport. They said, hey, we got this. We can't take it with us. So we're carrying that tradition on. They had apparently been given it from somebody else. So we're gonna keep that tradition alive. Go find somebody to give this to in the lobby right now. Saying goodbye to this gorgeous lobby at the yacht club. We didn't really spend a lot of time in here, but this is where we would walk through every day as we head out on our adventures. Where we never got a chance to go though is the Ale and Compass restaurant just behind us. So they're gonna hold our bags for us here, all of them at Bell Services while we go ahead and eat. And then the Disney Magic Express should pick us up just as soon as our meal ends. We'll come grab our bags, get on the Express and head out. Where do we want to go on our next trip? Where's our next adventure? I say we go to... We can go to the sun or the moon. You guys want to go to the moon?
Yeah. Do they have Turks and Caicos on here?
Wait, is Turks and Caicos on here? This is like an old map. One last walk along the boardwalk here, just soaking in those last moments as we wait for our table to be ready. The lighthouse just behind us. We found a recipient for the balloon, so the balloon lives on. It is Mickey o'clock. I think we probably ought to go check in for our lunch. Is that cringy or cool? We could not be more excited. We have the coolest table, kind of tucked in the back, our own little spot. But even more than that, we were a little worried. We didn't know if it was going to be a lunch menu or a breakfast menu. And we haven't eaten yet today, so we did not want cheeseburgers and pizza to start our day. I mean, we could, but we've been doing that every day.
So it is the breakfast menu, and it looks absolutely amazing. I saw some incredible French toast over there.
I've seen double chocolate waffles. They've got bacon, eggs, all the class. Hey, they got Eggs Benny?
Yeah.
Eggs Benny.
I want Eggs Benny. Mickey's eyes are going to be blue.
Just like Hazel's, huh?
Well, mine are bluish green.
What are Cinderella's?
Blue.
I gotta do a quick run through of what everybody got here. And I'm starting with Brexton. He got salted caramel apple French toast. Look at that. That is brown sugar on top, salted caramel with bacon. Bro, that is a Mickey meal. That guy got like an egg omelet. What is this one again?
Ham and cheese omelet.
Ham and cheese omelet with apparently a little bit extra arugula. Pulling that off to the side. That looks fantastic. Kirby Doo went with the classic. This is a classic on Disney World properties. The Mickey waffles. Mickey has delicious with potatoes and bacon. Mom went with a 2-egg American breakfast. She's got some bacon, potatoes, those eggs done over easy, some toast, tomato that I know she's gonna eat for sure. Hazy also got the Mickey waffles with a fresh cup of fruit. And then I got the eggs Benedict. Now this is a different twist on eggs Benedict, so mom read this and thought maybe the kids wouldn't like it, but it's almost like a pulled pork. They called it a barbecue spiced pork that goes on the English muffin with the tomato and then the hollandaise sauce. I think it's gonna be good. We'll find out. And some nice potatoes here on the side, because I think breakfast is gonna be a huge win, and I'm just glad that it's breakfast and we're not eating cheeseburgers right now.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Guys, just finished up our meal. It was fantastic. We loved
really
it.
good.
Everybody got something different, but I think everybody liked what they got.
Yeah, we all loved it. I thought that was great.
Now we are waiting for our chariot. Our chariot awaits, I should say.
Yes.
The Disney Magical Express will whisk us away to Orlando Airport, but not for like 45 minutes. So we're gonna chill here in the lobby. The kids are gonna download some games and some shows to watch on the airplane.
I just downloaded some shows. We all ready for that
Getting ready for
flight.
4.5 hour flight coming up, getting us back home. I think it's a little bit longer on the way back because of tailwinds. I don't know, I'm not a pilot.
Yeah, our flight got delayed just a little bit.
Oh, and it got delayed by a little bit, but
Yeah.
we are almost on our way out of here, almost headed to the airport, hanging out here in the lobby, soaking in those last few moments on Disney property.
This is like the longest part of the whole trip.
Clearly I have a hard time sitting still, but we never really got a chance to explore this lobby area right here because we were always just rushing in and out to a park. Now we've got a little bit of time, so I'm just kind of wandering around, checking out some of the decor. Very cool nautical themed hotel, as you may guess or deduce by the name, at Disney's Yacht Club. But I do think that this is a hotel my dad would love. He absolutely loves anything nautical, marinas, boat related. So I think we may have to bring them back here someday. The magical hour has come, it has arrived. We walked outside to pick up our Disney Magic Express, and guess what? Pulling up
Just pulling in.
right there. So we're gonna jump on board.
We have about a 40-minute drive to the airport.
Yeah, something like 30, 40. And then when we get there, gotta get checked in. When I dropped off Maddie, the lines were huge to check bags. They're getting us there with plenty of time though. We are on the Magical Express bus right now, headed to the airport, when mom got a notification on her phone that said, you have successfully been checked in for your flight to Atlanta. Like, Atlanta? We're not going to Atlanta, we're going to Salt Lake. Anyways, through scouring the app and looking at what's changed, we couldn't figure out exactly what had happened because we thought, well, maybe they've just added a stop. There's a connecting flight now, we gotta go through Atlanta, that's a hub for Delta, but we could not see any connecting flights. It was just like, Atlanta's your final destination. Well, Mindy was able to find, after searching a little bit, that it looks like they've just added a stop, an hour delay in getting home, but we will be going through Atlanta now. We'll have more info for you that once we get to the airport. We're just finding it out right now. Got to the airport. We are at the Orlando airport. We're gonna go find out what the deal is with our flight. It looks like it might just be a reroute kind of through one stop. We're gonna make sure nothing's changed that shouldn't have changed, so we're gonna get ourselves checked in, let you guys know what the itinerary is going home, because it looks like it might be a wild one.
I did it!
I did it! We are successfully through security, quite the process there. Our boarding passes disappeared just as we approached the TSA pre-check, and we're like, we promise we're not making this up. They just like disappeared off the app. They were gone. So we had to go find a kiosk and print them out manually.
I feel like we've had a few problems today.
There's been some hiccups today.
We had a bag that was like 59 pounds.
57, but it was heavy, guys. It was heavy. We're packing some Subies.
It was a big boy.
We are successfully through security. We just found out some great news about our additional connection that we have in
Yes.
Atlanta. We don't even get off the plane. They're just gonna pick up some pilots. So we're gonna land, pick up some hitchhikers, and then head out to Salt Lake. It gets us home about an hour later than we're going to be, hour and a half, something like that. So not a huge deal, not a huge inconvenience, just a small rerouting, but we are on our way home. What do you think is faster, this or Rock and Roller Coaster?
This. This is like a ride.
It's actually pretty epic getting front row. It looks like you guys are like flying into a movie screen right now.
That was really shaky up here though.
Boarding the flight, it is time to get out of here, train that humidity for some dry.
Here we go.
I love you.
My first time behind you.
I know, you're always in front of me, huh?
That Cinderella's got her old sight to such a hot stuff. Looking good. You do keep this in mind.
We're running out of pilots, so we're going to get a fresh set of pilots up in Atlanta. It's an hour and 5-minute flight. We'll get you there as quick as we can. It could be a little bumpy. There's weather all around out there.
Hazy, we're about ready to take off. Are you ready?
What does bumpy mean?
Okay, I'll just kind of like be a little bit bumpy, so you leave your seatbelt on. What about Cinderella? Cinderella ready? Does she have her seatbelt on? Okay. Oh, that's yours. Oh, shoot.
We will be here in Atlanta only momentarily to replace our provisioning from catering. On behalf of Delta and the Seattle-based crew, we'd like to thank each of you.
Rexy Doodle, I got good news, buddy. We just landed in Atlanta.
Yay!
Safely arrived. Guess what the bad news is? We're not supposed to be in Atlanta.
Oh.
But we do have a little bit of an update here, a little late breaking update.
Just drinking something.
She's taking a drink, but I think everyone's almost given up in here. It is like 1,000 degrees in the plane. They just announced that we're actually going to be sitting here for another hour at least. And so they've given us the option to get off the plane if we want, wander around the airport. They'll do like a reboarding call, get everybody back on the plane to take off. I think people just can't stand how hot it is in here, so they're getting off. But for us, we don't really want to get 6 people off of the plane and try and get all 6 back on. So I think we're just going to brave it out here. Yeah, I think we're just going to brave it out here, just get on our devices, watch a show, and just chill. What we didn't realize is that flying from Orlando to Atlanta, we didn't make any progress home. We just went up. We didn't go over it all. So we've got another 4-hour flight to actually get home once we do take off from Atlanta. So at this point in the day, you guys, we are 6 p.m. and we have not made any progress towards our final destination of Salt Lake City. We're having fun. You don't want to go home. You never want to go home. You don't have to be over. But I will say this though, the enthusiasm of the flight out there, energy is high. You're on your way to your destination. You're so pumped about what's to come. Going back home, just kind of want to get home. Like you're just like fizzled. You've spent 9 days at Disney. You're ready to just be back in a comfy bed with a pillow that you recognize. But we are ready to get home, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, the journey home, part 2, take 2. Here we go again from the top. Except this time, I think we're actually gonna land at home.
Hopefully, as I said, we get on the west side of Memphis.
Guys, we got about a couple hours left on this flight. Crew killing it on some Rocket League over here. We've got a dope, epic sunset going on right outside our window. Pretty spectacular views going on. I think we're gonna be getting home about an hour later than we expected, which isn't terrible, all things considered. Heading home, out the middle of the country right now, I think. There in a couple hours.
It's our pleasure to welcome you to Salt Lake City, where the local time is approximately 9:31 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until there are passengers be packed at the gate and the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. We sincerely apologize for the delay and any inconvenience this may have caused. We've enjoyed having you on board and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
After almost exactly 8 hours, like to the minute, we are now off of the plane that we boarded 8 hours ago. It was supposed to be a 4-hour flight, ended up being half the day. But Hazy, did we survive?
Yeah.
We're home. We made it. We're in the brand new Salt Lake City airport, baby. Not too bad at all. The question is, do they say our bags are arriving from Orlando or Atlanta? Trying to find our bags, what baggage claim we're at right now. But we are home. Gonna grab our bags, load up the car, and get to our actual home. Can't wait to sleep in our own beds tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've made it at least to the car. We're successfully at the car, and it's only 10:30 at night. The pilot kept having the time zones wrong. He kept saying, we'll get you there at about 7:15. Oh, excuse me, I mean 8:30. And then we landed at 9:45. I'm like, dude, you don't know where you are right now, but you got us home. So it's a win in our book. So loading the car up. We are back almost home, Mom. What was that?
Almost 9 hours on the plane.
Almost 9 hours total on what should have
And
been
you guys,
4 hours.
even my iPad died. Thankfully, I had an extra charger, and then my AirPods died twice.
We thought we were
That's
prepared.
how long I was on devices.
We were not prepared to double flight time there, the time that we would spend on that plane. But I do have to say, we love Delta. We love flying with Delta.
For sure.
And even when they mess up, even when they have to go do something like that, the explanation that the pilot gave, it was just so like thorough and detailed, and he just kind of explained exactly what's going on. He said, you know what, we've lost a lot of pilots over the course of this pandemic, over the course of this last year. They've lost a lot of pilots, and they just don't have as many as they need to fill the spots.
Overnight.
And so they got to get tricky. They got to fly up to Atlanta and pick up some, and some are getting off planes and they're pulling double duties and just doing whatever they can to fill flights. We're grateful to see people back traveling, but it's a bit of an adjustment getting people back in the air again.
Delta's always awesome.
You couldn't even be mad when you hear that explanation. You're like, man, you know what? Yeah, you guys are going through some tough times.
I wanted to give a round of applause for being a pilot.
For getting us there safely. Thank you for all you do. We love you, Delta. Now we're going to rely on this minivan to get us home. That's all in one bag. Guys, what is this place? Where are we right now? What's this? What's this? It's white everywhere. I think it is our home. I think it's Utah.
I forgot that I left it clean.
Which is so amazing to come home to. Mindy, I love that.
We are so excited to be home. We had such a fantastic trip. Like seriously, today was a little bit of a rocky, rough travel day, but we still ended on a high note.
I gotta give the kids some mad shout outs. I didn't hear a single complaint. We're talking 9+ hours on that plane when they expect to be in there for 4 and not a single complaint.
No, they did awesome.
Sorry, we can't deny it. We can't hide it.
Crap.
We didn't eat since like 11 o'clock this morning. 11:30 was our lunch reservation at the hotel. I mean, sure, they give you a Biscoff cookie and some almonds on the flight with a half water, but they gave us that like 4 times over the course of that flight.
The whole day.
So that's all they had. So yes, we did grab some McDonald's at 11 o'clock at night on our way home, but the kids didn't even complain about being hungry. Very impressed with their flight skills. The travel in Bingham's our back, baby. It feels good to be home, but it also felt good to get out again.
We love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're gonna go get some sleep. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, it's incredible. You just saved the entire trip.